I never thought my life could unravel so completely, especially over something as fragile as love. It all started when I met him, a coworker who quickly became so much more. He was 26 and I was 20, but the age gap never felt like an issue. We connected in a way that was rare, effortless. He made me laugh, listen when I needed to vent, and looked at me like I was the only person in the room. For the first time in a long time I felt seen. But then my sister found out. At first she acted supportive, asking questions about him, pretending to be happy for me. But soon her tone shifted. She started making comments, little digs about how he was too old for me, how it was weird that we worked together. I brushed it off, thinking she was just being overprotective. Then one night she dropped the bomb. "He's been inappropriate with me," she said, her voice dripping with false concern. My stomach dropped. "What are you talking about?" She spun a story about how he'd made her uncomfortable, how he'd supposedly crossed lines when I wasn't around. None of it made sense. I knew him, really knew him, and this wasn't who he was. But she was relentless, whispering her accusations to our parents, to friends, even to people at work. The fallout was immediate. Work became a nightmare. Rumors spread like wildfire and soon HR got involved. He was pulled into meetings, questioned, and despite there being zero evidence, just my sister's word against his, he was let go. "Company policy," they said. "We have to take these things seriously." I was furious. I confronted her, screaming, crying, demanding to know why she would do this. She just stared at me, cold and calm. "I'm protecting you," she said. But her eyes told a different story. There was something else there, something ugly. Jealousy? Possessiveness? I didn't know, but it made my skin crawl. The worst part? My parents took her side. They pressured me to forgive her, to move on for the sake of family. "She was just looking out for you," my mom said, as if destroying someone's life was an act of love. My dad stayed quiet, avoiding the issue altogether. I felt completely alone, like no one believed me, like my feelings didn't matter. Meanwhile, my boyfriend was drowning. The harassment didn't stop after he lost his job. People online, strangers who'd never even met him, called him names, accused him of things he'd never done. I knew my sister was behind some of it. Anonymous accounts popping up, spreading lies. The stress became too much. One night he called me, his voice broken. "I can't do this anymore," he said. "I love you, but it's destroying me." I begged him to stay, to fight, but I understood. How could I ask him to suffer more for me? We ended things and the pain was unbearable. I cried until my throat was raw, until my body ached. The guilt ate at me. If I'd never told my sister about us, none of this would have happened. The stress took a physical toll. I developed an ulcer, sharp pains stabbing through my stomach whenever I ate. My anxiety spiraled, I couldn't sleep, couldn't focus. Finally, I started therapy, desperate for some kind of relief. Talking helped, but the anger didn't go away. How could my sister do this? Was it really about protecting me? Or was it something darker? Sometimes I wondered if she wanted him for herself. She'd always been competitive, always needed to be the center of attention. Had she flirted with him, only to be rejected? Was this her way of punishing us both? The thought made me sick. Now I'm trying to pick up the pieces. My family still expects me to play nice, to pretend nothing happened. But I can't. Every time I look at my sister, I see the destruction she caused, the relationship she stole, the trust she shattered. I don't know if I'll ever forgive her. But I do know this. I won't let her take anything else from me. I'm rebuilding myself slowly, painfully. And one day, I'll be strong enough to walk away from her for good.